Guys, the market is crashing. What is going on? The famous Solana ETF has finally arrived. Look at all these gains we're getting that they promised us. I'm about to order my GT3. This Solana ETF, I've been waiting for this for years. Everyone kept talking about it. I never believed it would come. Now look at all these juicy gains we're getting. Absolutely annihilated on this ETF. I did say to my guys recently, I said, be careful. If we don't see any inflows into this ETF, it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy because look at all the institutional interest in Solana. The dangerous thing with this ETF is that we know that some of these companies managed to buy a lot of the FTX Solana at a discounted price. So scammy. They got that Solana at such a discount, and now there is an ETF. There's ways for them to offload it, even though it's locked. There is ways for them to offload that by selling it to other people, basically at a higher price, right? If you got Solana on discount at $60 and the price is currently $200, you're gonna sell that. You're already up massively. So I don't know how this is gonna go. No one knows how it's gonna go. But this is not a good start. This is not what you want to see on the ETF launch. We can assume that maybe the rest of the altcoins are going to go this way as well. We got rejected from our level, the SMC daily. So, we had a sell signal from the SMC daily up here around 218. We wicked down to 172. Crazy tank. So congratulations if you shorted that. And I said, this is the next big level we want to watch. In my Discord, I posted it on the 21st, so about 8 days ago, saying first wave of huge res is the daily SMC. Okay, so we're coming up to this daily SMC. We came up, we tried to break through, and we got rejected. This is very, very bad. Okay, this is very bad because you could argue this is a dead cat bounce, a relief rally, and we're now going to go into make new lows. The trend is your friend until the end. Now, this is why I flip and flop with the SMC bot, because I was getting a little bit bullish here, but at the same time, I was looking at this line thinking, this is a big rejection level, and if we get rejected here, we might tank to the downside. So I'm not going to sit and hope, and this is what I like about the SMC bot. It doesn't put me in a position where I sit and I hope and I hold. I was long on Bitcoin above this level. As soon as we closed below and got the sell, I closed and got out of my trades, right? Set stop loss. I ended up hitting my stop loss in profits. And then I'm out, right? I got out. I lost some trades. I definitely took some hits here and there. I'm kind of flipping and flopping with the bot. It's not easy to trade when the market's moving like this, guys. But I am back in shorts. So, we got rejected from these levels. It's likely we're going to see more downside. Hey, maybe if we get a reversal and we get a buy signal, then I know to close my longs and close my shorts and flip into longs. But for now, this is a classic sign that we got rejected and we're actually going to come down and start to make some new lows. Now, the problem is, look how many times we've tested this 177 level. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6. Okay, 6 times we've tested this. Now, I've talked about this before. What happens, the more times you bang on it, you bang on it, you bang on it. It's like a door, right? The more times you bang on it, the weaker the level becomes. And then when you eventually break through, it can get messy. You can really, really come down hard when you start to lose these key levels. And I don't know how many more times we can come down to this level and test it. We also have the 200-day moving average here that we've tested. And if we break below the 200-day moving average, a lot of traditional traders treat this as the bull run trend line. And if we break below the 200-day moving average and we get rejected from that on a retest, it would be like I would be leaning into the bull run is over. Okay, so if we lose that 200-day moving average, it could get pretty messy as well. Solana 192 looks like it's going to come down lower. I'm in a short position. Where's my stop loss going to be? Wherever the SMC moving average is. So if we do get something like this, don't forget we've got the Fed tomorrow. If we do get something like this and we get some crazy news tomorrow, bang, I hit my stop loss. That's how I'm going to trade it. Ethereum, exactly the same. Came up to the SMC daily. We did start to close over this temporarily. Now, I should have waited. I actually broke my rule and I jumped in a long position because it looked kind of bullish. It looked like we were going to close above. And then just a few hours later, it ended up wicking below, which is a massive red flag, and I set a stop loss, and then I ended up hitting my stop loss. But so far, still the same signal, sell signal applies. We've been rejected from the SMC moving average. Very, very big red flag, and now I'm looking for more downside. Again, look how many times we've tested downside on Ethereum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. If we come down here again, the more times you hit a level, the weaker it becomes. So it's not looking good right now. It's really not looking good. The Bitcoin, we had the yellow topping candle here to suggest that we might be coming down here. We tanked all the way down to 103. We've pushed back up. We did actually close above this, and it created like a fake out. It really did look like it was starting to break out. And then again, the bot has flagged a potential sell. Now, this still has 2 hours and 56 minutes to confirm. But when you see this kind of bearish rejection, I'd be very surprised if we close back above here. I think it is going to close below. I'm not actually short Bitcoin. Maybe I will open a short if we close and get a confirmed sell signal. I'm short some other assets like Sui and Solana. Other things I think are going to come down faster. So yeah, it's not looking good. It looks like we're going to close below. And if we do close below here, guys, the next targets are, the technical targets are 100K. The thing is that the stock market has just been going up only. Like, you could have pretty much put your money anywhere else in the last 7 months or 8 months. You could have put your money anywhere else and made more money than anyone did in Bitcoin, right? You could have put it in gold. You could have put it in stocks, even silver, and you would have made more money than putting it in Bitcoin, which is so odd. Something's wrong here. The Nasdaq doesn't just go up like this and Bitcoin just goes sideways. There is definitely something wrong here. Either it's suppression, or people just lost interest or are no longer interested in buying Bitcoin. Maybe they're worried about quantum. I don't know. But there's definitely something wrong here. The Nasdaq has literally gone up 15% in a very short amount of time, which, it doesn't often move like this fast, 15% in just a couple of months, and Bitcoin has barely moved. Something is wrong here, and we can see that something's wrong here from the M2 money supply. We're deviating away from the M2 money supply by so much, and we're not following the stock market. We're seeing dormant whales selling. We're seeing crypto just massively underperform stocks at the moment. The ETF is just launched and everyone's just dumping the ETF. We have to ask ourselves, are we at the sell the news stage, right? We have everything, pro crypto, SEC, Tom Lee, Shilling, all these institutions are in, eToro's in, President Trump is buying Bitcoin. Eric Trump said Q4 is going to be amazing. I mean, that's the biggest red flag so far, right? Eric Trump told us all we're going to get rich in Q4, and Q4 is here. And how is it so far? Terrible. Is it going to get worse? Possibly, right? It wouldn't surprise me if Eric Trump is wrong and Q4 isn't amazing. This is why I don't like to hang around until Q4. This is why I took my profits. I took profits last year, 2024. I took profits in January 2025. I just took some profits from stocks as well, so I just sold some of my stocks. I'm not hanging around. It's very difficult to make money here, guys. Look how manipulated the space has been lately. Market makers are rugging. Like, so many people were trading on cross margin, thought they were safe, and they got liquidated because they pulled some of these altcoins down. They pulled some of these altcoins down 80%, man. 80%, 90%. Look, they pulled Sui down to 0.54. And even in this relief rally, it pushed 267. So, people are going to be counting their blessings that this actually wicked back up. I still think it's going to come down to retest this wick in the next few months at 0.57. So I am still short Sui, by the way, guys. But yeah, it's been crazy manipulation. We're playing against the market makers. So many weird scammy tokens just pumping out of nowhere, and when I look on chain, I can just see that it's not organic, it's not real. We've got KOLs shilling this out of nowhere, and we pretty much all know that this is going to go down 95%. It's getting mad. It's getting absolutely mad, and I'm just taking small bets here and there, and I'm just going to follow the SMC bot because it's so hard to trade, but technically the market isn't able to move without the SMC bot flagging a sell or a buy, right? Let's say this is the top and we're going to go into a bear market here. Then I've shorted the top because the SMC bot is not going to tell me to buy, right? The market's going to tank. Likewise, if this is a shakeout and we're about to go higher, the SMC bot is going to tell me to buy, okay? So as long as I'm taking the last signal here, I should technically be on the right side of the trade. So I'm just going to flip and flop with the buy. I think I said on my last video, you know, I might be long one day, I might be short the next. And this is a prime example of how I'm trading right now. And sometimes I am going to hit stop losses. Sometimes my trades will get liquidated. But I'm short in Solana right now. And I'm short in Solana with 1% leverage. And if Solana, 1% of my portfolio, and it's so far it's looking good. What do we just tap? 190. Let's go. We had a yellow topping candle here on Solana on the 4-hourly time frame, and then we've just had this sell confirm. Well, it's not confirmed. It's still got 2 hours 51, but it looks like it's going to confirm. Very, very nice for more downside. You know, we're probably going to push these 177s. So looking very nice. Now I put 1% on this, so I'm risking a very, very small percentage on leverage. And if it comes down to my target for Solana, which my short-term target is $50, it may even be lower than that. I'm going to look at the time, look at the data. The on-chain data is so good for timing bottoms in a bear market, but I'm going to look at the data, and my target is $50. So if it comes down to $50 here, so let's say we are going into a bearish downtrend, I make 17%. Okay, so I'm risking 1% of my portfolio to try and make 17%. So it's all about risk reward, right? Now, if we do come down now, my trade's in profit right now, right? I could set a stop loss just above the SMC moving average, and that means that if it gives a buy signal and this was just a fake out, bang, I hit my stop loss. I haven't lost any money. It's a free bet. So now I have a 1% short on that I can't lose, that it's free money because I'll set a stop loss in profits. And my upside is 17%, okay? So this is kind of how I trade. I do trade DGen, I do trade on high leverage, but, you know, if once I'm in profits, I'll always try and move my stop losses to entry. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I go super DGen, but that's because it's money I can afford to lose. So if I was starting out or I was just trading, I would never trade without a stop loss. I would always have a stop loss. Sometimes I don't, because I like to see, sometimes it does this, and I like to see if I can still lock in. They try and shake people out, but I think Solana's come down so much now that I probably will set a stop loss in profit so that I can't lose on this trade. Not looking good, guys. Not looking good. I'll try and keep you updated. It looks like Bitcoin is going to close on a sell on the daily, which means that I would be surprised if we don't push down. We don't push down and try and test these levels. We've got a lot of data coming out this week, but we're also, the government is shut down and we're still waiting for the jobs data. And, you know, who knows what that jobs data is going to come out like. So it's not squeaky clean trade right now. It's very high risk. But yeah. I'm just going with the SMC bot, and for now we've been rejected, and I'm looking for more downside until proven otherwise. Don't forget, none of the information in this video is financial advice, guys. Do your own research. Investing in crypto, investing in anything is highly risky. You can lose all of your money. If you want the SMC bot in your own trading view, so if you want to add this to your own trading view, join our community. You also get access to the Discord, right? So you can see all the trades we're taking. You can see all the on-chain data that we're tracking, all the smart money, all the retail, all the top holders of stuff in real time, right? So you can see these transactions in real time, what all the smart money are doing, what the KOLs are doing. You can also see a pro trader. We hired a pro trader, and he gives buy and sell alerts as well, and he gives his input on the market. So it's not just my opinion, we have his opinion, and sometimes we have completely different opinions, and sometimes we have the same sort of targets. So yeah, if you want to join us, head over to my X, press search for this, not the top one, search for this one, and that'll take you to my Twitter, and then click this link, and then that'll take you to a link where you can join the Discord and get the SMC bot. The SMC bot comes free with the Discord, and it's a monthly payment as well. So if you don't like it, if it's not for you, You know, you're not locked in for a year or a lifetime. If you're not getting value, you know, I wouldn't want anyone to be there anyway who's not getting value from the group. So yeah, if it's not for you, you can leave at any time. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube video to stay up to date with the latest. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one.